Standing. He had 36 points, and he was his usual self on the glass, piling up the rebounds. A reminder of the amazing things that he's capable of on any given night. It'll be hard to match that tonight, but he'll try. Guys?
Hey, Ellie, thanks for the great report. Greg, it was obvious he was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
And here we go. Fast break. MP's got it. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
2.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Nets?
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Saraf's checked in, and both free throws good for Oubre. Stan, the basketball term, finish the cut. What happens when you don't do that?
Well, 2 things can happen on that, Kevin. Number 1, when you don't finish the cut, you slow down and you take away a chance of getting a layup off the pass. And then the second thing is it leads to turnovers because of that, because the guy passing the ball is expecting you to continue your cut to finish it, and you don't. And the ball's thrown out in front and out of bounds in a lot of cases.
Bucks have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. The setup and the slam by Giannis.
Great timing. Giannis able to complete the oop.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. 3 on 3. White the pass to Huff. Now here's Hunter. A nice shot by Huff. Huff's got the lead up to 2 now for the Bucks.
Moving the ball for the highest percentage look.
Pass to Saraf. Back to MP. 6 on the shot clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Suggs. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Bucks. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And really complete control of that game. If you recall, guys, they made sure they didn't have to sweat that one out down the stretch.
Well, they were able to execute when they needed to. Never let the game get away from them and close things out.
Now here's Antetokounmpo following the miss by MP.
And Giannis with those long strides, he eats up ground quickly.
Pass to MP. Here's Saraf, covered by Joe. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. Bobby Portis is checked in for Milwaukee. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. The story from beyond the arc. Here's who's leading in that category across the NBA. Second, Bobby Portis.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
White looking around, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Claxton inside, working on Portis. MP kicks to Oubre. To the paint. Here's Suggs. A putback. It's good on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result. Of that extra effort.
Antetokounmpo against MP. And he gets it to go. Antetokounmpo's got 20 points.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
MP left side. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
So do you sit him with 3 fouls? Big decision for his coach here.
The Nets making a switch here. Demons checked in. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Claxton.
The youngster, MP, keeping that head on a swivel.
Here's Sears. 23 points for him the last game against Indiana.
Also, the way he was moving the ball, spectacular. Setting the table so his guys can eat.
White, he's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. Here's Demon. His last outing, he had 8 points. Pass to MP. MP makes it look easy.
Gets the ball inside and gets it done. Nice work by MP.
Here's Sears. Pass to Portis. Outside, Antetokounmpo. That 3 off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
A longer guard, the 6'5" White, doing a nice job inside.
So, staying after an up-and-down start to his career, Coby White is now a proven scoring threat.
He sure as heck is, Kevin, and it's because of 2 things in my mind. Great confidence and great energy every single night. So he's always running and moving, which gets him space and time to shoot the ball, and when he gets that space and time, he has great confidence to let it fly.
GA, I've heard coaches talk about slicing the NBA schedule into 10 games. Increments. Is that something that you recall when you played?
Well, keeping focused on portions of a long season can keep players focused, especially during road trips. Big goals are reached through small steps.
Now, here's oh my goodness.
One of the most dominant scorers in the game today. Antetokounmpo takes pride in putting the offense on his shoulder.
Here's Sears. He's covered by Suggs. They get the rebound. Portis. And the rejection by Claxton. MP finds Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Nice pass from MP. Assists like that signal a well-run offense.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones. And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Claxton a screen on Antetokounmpo. MP with it, now guarded by Antetokounmpo. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Brooklyn with the rebound. On the wing, MP. Antetokounmpo defending.
And with the chance, let's take a look now at the numbers for MP. First in rebounding, and he's also ranked second in assists. Needless to say, an elite playmaker.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. And both free throws good for MP.
In this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Now here's White. 11 points for him in that last game against Indiana. Antetokounmpo passes to Portis. Over Claxton. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Now here's MP. Covered by Joe. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Tuesday, they'll be taking on Jared Allen and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Thursday, they'll take on Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And he makes the first.
And what I love about MP, his work ethic. He's someone that wants to keep getting better and better.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks. Kobe White becoming an offensive focal point, saying, "It means a lot that my coaches and my teammates trust me. The only thing that can prepare you for this is going through it. For me to become the player I want to be, I need those moments. It's all part of the learning process and the journey." Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Suggs. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Suggs has got 6.
Suggs knocking it down. Clapping right back from deep.
White with it to the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo. That one rolling around and rims out.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
And it's Demon missing. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Bucks passing it around. Here's Giannis. Here's Joe. The three-pointer, no good. The Nets have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. Here's Claxton. Claxton controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nets lead by 1. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. Goodness.
White, good.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
MP passes to Claxton. And here's MP for 3. And it's White with the rebound.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Giannis. Pass to Sears. Back to Antetokounmpo. It's Giannis throwing it down.
This is why this team loves involving Antetokounmpo in pick and rolls, because the D has no answers for him.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
In the Western Conference, Victor Wembanyama.
Everything's coming together for him. Obviously, the points are there. But even when Wemby isn't scoring, his defense completely changes games.
Shaq, he's living proof.
And taking a look now at the Brooklyn Nets. They're in a close contest.
One thing that's kept him close, putting in work on the offensive glass.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Well, as a defense, you can't allow him that much room in the post. That's just asking for trouble.
Nicholas Claxton out there with MP. Then there's Kelly Oubre. Then there's Jalen Suggs. And it's Demon in at the 2 spot. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. It's the Nets now after the basket by Milwaukee. MP sets the screen for Suggs. To the paint. Here's Claxton. Hunter grabs the miss.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Nets trail by 6. MP finds Oubre. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on DeAndre Hunter. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line, and when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident.
Milwaukee making a switch here. White's checked in. Here's Sears. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Sears has got the lead up to 6 now for the Bucks. MP outside. And MP throws it down hard.
Talk about finishing with power. MP showing the rim no mercy there.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected cam. Now here's Giannis. 26 points for him. To the left side wing. Here's Sears. Here's Giannis. The rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Back to MP. Oh, get up, MP. Woo.
And MP is letting his play do the talking. He is on one.
A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo. He's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances, really using his head. They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Pass to Joe. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Oubre. Here's Joe, covered by Oubre. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Bucks have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
And the first one drops. Both good from the line that time.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
MP right side. Oubre, a screen on Giannis. Inside. And finished off by Oubre.
And smooth dish from MP. That's talent and teamwork.
And so it's Milwaukee now. A 2-point game. Giannis outside. Portis against Claxton. Portis kicks to Giannis. Shot clock at 6. The rebound by Demon. The Nets have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. And here is MP. He's got 26. Pass to Claxton. Just 4 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Antetokounmpo knocks it away.
What a block. You have to admire Giannis's willingness to challenge shots at the rim.
Takes a step back. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Using his size, Giannis.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Here's MP, and the dunk by MP.
Well, nice flush there from MP. Ends the play with a little something extra.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
Well, it's a player's league, but certainly coaching has its place.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
Outside, White. Portis sets the pick for White. And good that time. White's got 9.
Well, as a guard like White, you need to score inside. Force teams to respect you everywhere.
An efficient score, Kobe White, effective with or Greg without the ball in his hands.
And that's a rare quality. A guard who can break you down off the bounce, but also willing to give it up and then zip to an open spot. It just makes him so difficult. To defend.
Here's White, following the basket by MP. Antetokounmpo finds Portis. And that one is off. Good defense by Claxton. Portis against MP. Pass to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Sears. He's got 8. Portis a screen on Suggs. Here's Sears. Suggs with some nice defense. Nets have gone 7-9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. MP outside. 5 to shoot. Pass to Oubre. That one drops for him. He's got 13.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Outside, White. Kick out to Giannis. Now White, 9 points in the game so far. Offline with his 3. MP against Antetokounmpo. MP high post. He has 30. They get it back. Tries again. And MP throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Milwaukee making a switch. Buffs jacked in. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Take a look at the Nets. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, the Bucks, 4.5 games behind.
And right now for Brooklyn, they've been taking no prisoners here in the early part of the season. It's been a very fast start and a lot of focus for this group.
Yeah, and it's to no one's surprise. This is a well-run, well-coached organization. They have a strong culture. They're going to be a tough out for anyone.
And it's Demon missing. Bucks trail by 4. Pass to Sears. They could use a bucket. And Portis finishes inside. Portis has got 10 points.
Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball. That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Here's Sears. 8 points for him. And here's White. Here's Sears for the lead. Good on the triple. 5 points in the game. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Here's MP. MP flushes it home.
What heart by MP, going through contact there and converting.
And the Bucks with some changes. Bagley, he's checked in for Portis. And Rui Hachimura subbed in for Isaiah Joe. Pass to Huff. Here's Sears. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. And finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, ferocious at the rim. Bagley can finish with power or finesse.
Bagley against MP. Driving in, and MP throws it down.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Down low. And finished off by Bagley.
Great find. Leading his teammate right to the bucket.
Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And that one's good. MP's got 39.
Good work by MP. He gets positioning inside and capitalizes.
Right a screen. Here's Sears. He's got 8. Hachimura finds White. Just 5 on the clock. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. No good on the 3. Lennox with the lead. MP passes to Stewart. It's stolen by Hachimura. An even 3-on-3 break. 1:09 left to play in the third. pass to Sears. And it's Hachimura in the corner. It's good from long range. Hachimura's got his first 3 points of the game.
And we know Hachimura has a confident personality. You see it there with the rise and fire approach. Nice.
Racking up the points down low, well, that's exactly what these guys have done this season. Check out the top-scoring big men in the NBA. MP is number 1. Giannis Antetokounmpo, fourth.
You know, there are different styles among those big men, but they have one thing very much in common. They can dominate offensively. Face up or back to the basket, they can get it done.
Yeah, and what jumps out at me from these guys is the amount of skill they all have on offense. They can go at you so many ways.
Here's Francis. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Antetokounmpo passes to Francis. From outside, off the mark. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. Such a wide-open look. And the Nets lead by 4.
Look, he's the kind of player that has you awake at 3 a.m. asking yourself, how do I stop that?
Here's Giannis. Misses in close.
The defense ready. Strong in the paint.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Nets. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. Back right after this. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Hold your ground. Don't let him back your way in. Just hold your ground. The other thing, too, is once he picks the ball up, he's not going to shoot it. If he does, just stay down on him.
I like the way the Donovan's conveying that scouting report to his guys.
I mean, knowing how your opponent plays is important, and I think he's on point on this one.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. Hachimura out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's White, and it's Bates in a shooting guard. Now here's White. Driving to the basket. Good defense by MP.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power. Hammering down the two-hand slam. Bucks trail by 6. Outside, White. Here's Antetokounmpo. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. It's going to be on MP.
Yeah, despite them being behind, he's been impressive. But he can't do it all by himself.
One shot.
Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo.
Well, there's a handful of players in this league who help your team in every way. Giannis is one of them. Offense, defense, rebounding, leadership, everything. He's a coach's dream.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from White.
Far from just a perimeter threat, White is quite adept at finding scoring opportunities inside.
White against McConnell. Stewart with the screen on White. McConnell with it. He's picked up by White. Bucks trail by 4. Hachimura finds White. Hachimura with a screen on McConnell. White drives in. No good. Shot missing. Good defense by MP. to the inside. And the dunk by MP.
Well, he's been dialed in. Very efficient here in the second half.
And so White will bring it up for Milwaukee. Stewart with the steal. MP against White. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Giannis. It's hauled in by MP. MP's got rebound number 13 with that last one. There's the 3. Saraf can't hit. Bucks trail by 8. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Over in the corner, White. MP inside. White's there. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. 5 on the clock. MP finds a gap. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Bates. Down low. It's hauled in by Stewart.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
MP high post. Antetokounmpo's there. The drop. Oh, look at that.
Look at how swiftly MP moves to the rim there.
Bucks trail by 10. Stolen away. Pass to McConnell. Here's Saraf. Back to McConnell. Now, here's MP. Shot clock at 5. Here's Wolf. Misses the 3. For Milwaukee, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Out to White, trying to end the drought. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Nets leading by 10. MP, no good.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, that's one he'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert.
Here's Huff. Knocks down the 3 ball. Huff's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Bucks.
Yeah, you have to pay attention to White. So that'll open up the 3-point line. Great kick by Kobe.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away.
Here we go. The zone team.
Substitution here for Milwaukee. Nets leading by 7.
A much better job of just taking care of the basketball, really putting the onus on the defense.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Hunter on the wing. Pass to MP. Rebound, Milwaukee. Portis has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Up top, Joe. Portis finds Hunter. He's looking for Giannis and finds him. 6 to shoot. That one goes. Counted. Antetokounmpo's got 34.
Every aspect of Giannis's game showing tonight. Just unreal.
It's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Pass to Hunter. Back to Giannis. Now Joe. Now here's Giannis. Clock at 6. Good defense by MP. To the paint. Here's Claxton. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now, here's Hunter. Pass to Portis. And a miss there on the triple. Brooklyn leading by 7. Now, here's MP. Covered by Hunter. Outside, Suggs. This one for 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. To the middle. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
That's too easy for Antetokounmpo. This D's going to have to push him further from the basket.
MP outside. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And he swishes it right through. MP's got 49 points in the game.
Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy. And every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Good defense by MP.
And they continue to control the glass.
Suggs passes to Oubre. MP with it. Pass to Demon. And here's Oubre. Here's Suggs. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And when you look at Suggs' numbers, here's a guy who has really improved his shooting.
Now, Joe. Here's Hunter. Now, Antetokounmpo. And they double up Giannis. Now, Portis. Takes advantage. That J is good.
Well, listen. Portis certainly doesn't lack confidence off the catch. He feels like he can score anytime down the floor.
Now, here's Suggs. Here's Demon. MP outside. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Bucks trail by 7. Antetokounmpo, strong move off the glass.
And as a coach, it's such a luxury to have a player like Giannis, someone you can always rely on.
MP outside. And there's the whistle, illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%.
And he the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
MP, and another one that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Well, they got their young star the ball, and it paid off. MP's so wow.
Antetokounmpo does not go in. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Nets. They've led by as much as 10.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, it's all due to his energy and effort, as well as how well he's been able to get ideal positioning on the glass.
Here's Sears. Portis. It's good.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And here is MP after the three-pointer from Bobby Portis. MP, and he slams it down with a one-on-one.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan was saying to the team. He encourages guys to stick with it, saying, I don't care what the scoreboard says. If we can play hard, that's all that matters. We can be the strongest. Team. So that's what coach is looking for.
Okay, Ellie, thank you. Here's MP. And they double up MP. This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
And that's real leadership right there by MP. That is big time.
Now onto the Kumbo. And the foul called on MP. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Timeout called the Bucks. They're trailing by 6. What do you think coach's focus is going to be here?
They need a quick basket here.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
From outside, MP rips down the rebound. And they go to the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Here's another rebound. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass. And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 9. And both free throws good for MP.
Well, that shuts the door on any hope of a comeback. Nicely done.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah.